Alright, we're back. That didn't take long now, did it? So, here's where we're going to need to do things a little just however we want. This is freeform right here. I have my property set to 1280 by 720 pixels. That is your standard video resolution on YouTube. You can get HD with it, it's perfectly fine, and it's pretty much almost completely flawless. I haven't quite worked out the coding yet. When we get to that little bridge, we'll cross it ourselves. I'm going to change the stage color from white to this sort of, where is it? I had to make it myself. So yeah, that's another thing, is to change the stage color, you go to Properties, Stage, click the little rectangle, and then if you want a custom color, just go to the color wheel on the top right. And I want for it to be this color right here so I can see it just a little bit better. Now, white lines don't just disappear. I'm going to take this tool, set it to black. I'm going to make the outline of what looks to be a diamond, but it's not going to be a diamond, I swear. It's not even going to be a square. So, yeah, it's a square. No, but thing is that with this square we can do quite a bit. In fact, this is where vectoring in the title comes handy. So, instead of using the selection tool like everybody else uses, we're going to be using the sub-selection tool. So we're going to highlight these two corners. Oh, what's this? Green! So, all this green stuff is nothing more than the lines or paths that this shape is taking. So I've selected the top two and I'm hitting delete. Side two, delete. Next two, delete. And these two, delete. I'm using the arrow keys to move all the shapes. I'm holding shift to, oops, sorry about that. I'm using shift to adjust the, the actual shape itself. If you need to select more than one, and you can only select like one or two at a time, just go like that, and hold shift, and there you go. So look at that, we got a diamond, sort of. And there we have a diamond. But you said this wasn't going to be a square or a box or anything. Well, everything starts off with a simple geometric shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and hold down on the pen tool and go to Convert Anchor Point tool. This is the tool that will give you everything you need. Oh, look at this. You got green outline. It's changing. Just dragging it. This is where it gets a little tedious, but it's worth it in the end. So you just drag it off. And then last drag goes the other direction. And that's pretty much it. It's not a square, is it? Oh, what is this? It's not a square. So now it's simply a sort of spherical shape. From there you can do a whole lot of different things, including, simply designing your own characters that way. So, we've basically learned how to use the line tool to make a shape. And yes, you have to let it go over just a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier. I'm just wanting to get these tutorials out pretty quick because I really want for people to know this because nobody says how to do this. So, we've learned how to take lines, turn them into a diamond, take that diamond or kite shape, scoot that over just a little, and use the conversion tool to make it into a sphere-like shape. And always watch the green line. I know it's not always going to be green. In fact, let me tell you this right now. You can change that color. You don't want for it to be green? Just go here, outline color. Let's change it to red. There you go. Now, every outline on the screen is going to be red. because it's all on that one layer. If you end up with an error, just zoom in and kind of just go like that. Select delete, done. Then you can use the same tool again. It takes a lot of clicking to do vectors, just fair warning. Hey look, we sort of got a human head. Sort of. You just notch that in a little bit. Do a little that. Bring that down and in. You have a jelly bean. Good for you. So, yeah, tutorial 2. Practically done. So, there's one thing that I have to mention before I go. If you're using a shape tool, be very careful as to what color goes in here. Because you can do that. You can do that. But say you just want the color on the inside. Just click this pencil thing right next to it, which is the, it's known as the stroke. Select the stroke, go to out where it says alpha, you can change that to 0, or you can click this, the no color, no alpha button. Makes it all disappear. Then from there, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can have a shape that's literally nothing. Look at that. Nothing. And it erases too, which is kind of awkward. But, yeah. Say if you wanted it to be super simple. That's all you gotta do. Also, fair note, if you use the selection tool, or actually, sorry, the sub-selection tool again, I'm gonna zoom in 100, you can change things. So like right there, I've selected that line. Like I can select the points on here, I think. Yeah. Or just select all again. I can change the color to whatever I want. It's blue. Now it's all blue. Do it to red. Now it's all red. And you can also change the fill. And I'm gonna choose this thing. Yeah, you can see that one's instantaneous changing. So, by using Control A to select all, that selects everything on the screen. So now you can see everything a little clearly. And yeah. Again, super simple, quick. You've learned the basics of vectoring! Woo! Oh yeah, but there is one thing. Later on, in the next video, I'll explain!